Hi, boys and girls. Um, it's time for writing. I feel like it's been a really long time since we've had a writer's workshop. So today, um, we're going to have our first virtual writer's workshop. I know when we left school, we had just kind of finished our nonfiction writing. We were working on looking at brochures. We started talking about making a Franklin School brochure. We also worked on putting in images in our Google Classroom for our nonfiction pieces. Today, and for the next week or so, we're going to kind of spiral back to personal narratives a little bit. So, for personal narratives, you write a personal narrative every Monday. Your weekend news is a personal narrative. You write about one thing you did on the weekend and you kind of stretch that topic out and you tell me a little bit about what you did. So we're going to go back to stuff that we talked about and that we worked on back in the fall. So a personal narrative is a story about you, something that happened in your life, a personal experience. Remember when we talked about watermelon stories and seed stories? So the watermelon story being going to Canopy Lake Park, right? The seed story being um, the way your stomach felt when you went on the flume ride, or how you dropped your ice cream when you were waiting in line for the roller coaster. So those seed moments. So this time away from school is a really important time for writing. There's a lot of stuff that is going on and a lot of stuff that you're doing at home. All these great personal narratives are right there with you every day. So I encourage you to write every single day about what's going on, about something that you did. All this time with your family is so important and so much fun that you want to remember all of these moments. So I encourage you to find a notebook. It can be anything from a, um, if you have, this is Logan's, if you have a black and white composition notebook at home, like we use at school for our writer's notebooks, if you have just like loose leaf, like the paper, the lined paper that we use in um, our three-ring binders at school, if you have some of that paper, you can just packet it together or staple it together when you make your story. Or if you have a kind of a spiral notebook, I know I have plenty of these like half-used notebooks around my house. So if you have one left over from maybe first grade, you can use that. Or if you just have plain white paper, which I have right here under the document camera, I have just plain computer paper. Um, I'm going to use that today for my personal narrative that I'm going to share with you. I know how much you all love to hear my stories about Mater and Kendall and Logan. So I'm excited to be able to still be able to share those stories with you through the internet. So today I'm going to, all I did was on my white paper is I drew a line going across because I like to have this part for my picture because um, I like to include pictures in my stories. I know some of you don't, so it's totally up to you. You could also um, use just the plain white on the back and not have a picture on the back. All right, so let's get to writing. So I did so many things over the past few weeks with my family, and we've had so many fun memories and fun moments. But one thing that I really, really thought was funny that I had a really great time was when the sun was shining those couple of days last week. Um, we were playing basketball outside, and we had a little basketball tournament kind of thing where we were trying to make the funniest shot, the craziest shot from far away, from over a head facing backwards or underneath the leg. So it was really fun. So I think I want to write about that today. So here goes. So one day over the school break, right? Because usually when we write our weekend news stories, we say over the weekend, right? So I'm just going to say over the school break. One day over the school break, Kendall, Logan, and I were playing basketball, right? We were trying to make funny trick shots. Kendall tried shooting over her head and backwards. We each had our own kind of time to shoot a funny shot. So I'm going to keep working. But before I send you off for you to start working and get your idea, I just want to show you and re-show you. I know we've already watched this clip before, but I wanted to show this to you to refresh your brains about personal narratives. Okay, so here I'm just going to pull it up here. Mrs. Halloran is learning so much technology. You guys would be so proud of me. So here we go.
Writing a Personal Narrative. Episode 1, Brainstorming. Do you know what a personal narrative is? A personal narrative is a true story about your life. You can write about something that has happened to you. When we brainstorm, we think about all of the different things that we could write about. Brainstorming helps us find the best possible topic for our writing. When you brainstorm personal narrative topics, you can think about good memories you have about things that have happened to you, fun things that you've done with your family or friends, trips you have taken or special places you have visited, activities you have done at school, or anything else that has happened to you in your life. It's important to choose a topic that you care about and remember lots of details about. This will help you write a great personal narrative. So here is my brainstorming sheet. I'm going to think of some things that I've done that I'd like to write about. I will draw a sketch and a few words to remember my ideas. Then I'm going to choose one idea that's my favorite. So first, I'm thinking I could write about when I played kickball at recess yesterday. That was super fun. Or I could write about my birthday party last summer. I could tell about all the gifts I got and the games we played. I could also write about when my mom took me to the store this weekend and I got a new toy. Or I could write about when I visited my grandparents for Christmas. I could write about when I got my dog and I was so excited. Or I could write about when I watched fireworks in the park on 4th of July. Wow, so now I have 6 ideas to choose from. Let's see. I don't think I'll write about visiting my grandparents because it was sort of a long time ago and I don't really remember enough details. Today, I think I will write about when I got a new dog. I can save the rest of my ideas for later. So that's it. I've chosen my topic and I'm ready to start writing. Check out episode 2 to learn how I plan and pre-write my story.
Okay, so writers, today I would love for you to brainstorm and think about topics about what you could write about what has happened to you over this school break. So you could do what she did in the video and make a paper just like what she did, and just list all the different things that have happened the past few weeks, and kind of pick which one you would like to do. Okay, so go off and get writing. I can't wait to hear and all of your stories. Bye, guys.